In the modern day, artists have access to so many wonderful and advanced tools, it can be easy to think we're experiencing a golden age for creativity. But like so many things in life, when the choices are endless, it actually becomes more difficult to pursue our goals as we jump between possibility and distraction. So oftentimes, the simplest choice is the most practical to actually practice and make progress in your craft.
One of the best ways for an artist to actually improve and grow is to have some sort of practice where they can perfect the fundamentals as well as easily engage with new techniques that you've been interested in trying out but never really had the opportunity on, say, a blank canvas. And there's no better way to do so than with a pocket sketchbook, because you can always carry it around with you. And personally, I really enjoy this kind of form factor because it's very friendly and inviting, say sitting down with your first cup of coffee in the morning to do some thumbnail sketches, or even on your daily commute. I've enjoyed this in the past, drawing other commuters, which is a great way to get used to drawing accurately but quickly. This kind of accessibility with a practice also means that you're more likely to actually finish one of these sketchbooks, which I often hear is a huge problem for people. Even myself, I have a collection of bigger sketchbooks that only have 1 or 2 drawings in it. And then whether it becomes a perfectionist tendency or the sketchbook is precious for one reason or another, it becomes difficult to finish it because you're always carrying this around and filling it with all kinds of different ideas and memories and seizing opportunities. You're more likely to actually fill up all of these pages and not treat it so preciously, which I think is super important for those looking to learn and grow, as well as pros that just need to kind of have an outlet for their ideas. So one of the counterparts of the previous section, practice, is progress. And as a longtime digital artist that was very dedicated to a daily practice, I always found it very difficult to chart my progress and kind of see if I was reaching my goals or not, because these digital files exist on a hard drive in this kind of ambiguous way. One of the benefits of carrying around an analog sketchbook is that you're more able to chart your progress through your journey, which is super important in building up momentum, like I've talked about in the past. And while the first few pages might be a little bit difficult, once you get started, you'll see that progress in a tangible way, which becomes its own motivation to continue the practice in this kind of positive feedback loop. And one of the key ways that a pocket sketchbook actually allows you to make progress in your art journey is through its limitations and boundaries. There's really not too much room in one of these, so if you decide to have a daily practice, it's very easy to fill up 1 page a day, say dedicating 20 or 25 minutes to having 1 or 2 sketches in this is a very easy way to practice your craft, but you can also have other limitations like I'm only going to use pen or pencil. Compared to a larger sketchbook, or especially on digital where it feels like you can always add more and more to it, the limitations of a pocket sketchbook really keep you in check and make sure that you're focused on the point of the practice instead of trying to make some kind of, commercial piece. And I just find that this size is so perfect for making sure that I don't go overboard, sticking with my goal of usually 25 minutes a day or 1 page a day, and it really becomes this great journal of my life as well. And it's been really interesting to look back at the different pocket sketchbooks I've filled up over the years, because I can see not only my progress in something, but maybe the parts of my artwork that I'm still struggling with, or different topics that I continue to write about. So it identifies not only my strengths, but also my weaknesses and what I should be addressing now going forwards. Not only does the pocket sketchbook allow you to have a practice and chart your progress, but it also changes your perspective. Knowing that you're carrying around a tool that you can draw with at an instant really has changed the way that I look at the world and observe it, similar to the way that people might experience with a camera or always carrying around some kind of tool for creating music or other art forms. When you have this level of accessibility, it really changes your perspective on the world and has helped me think a little bit more creatively throughout my day. So now when I'm walking around or on my commute, I can see the world for its shape and form and contrast in a way that when I don't carry one of these around, I don't really think about, because now I'm searching throughout the world for things to draw, for things to sketch. And even if you don't pull out the pocket sketchbook for everything that you could potentially sketch, it still changes your mindset and perspective, which I think is super helpful as an artist. And practically speaking, always carrying around a pocket sketchbook has also helped me out in my professional and personal life, well beyond my artistry and practice. While we have many practical solutions from our modern day tools as creative professionals, it's always a bit awkward to take notes on your phone while you're having a phone call, and it's kind of frowned upon to pull out your phone in the middle of some video production or a client meeting, even if your intent is to write down important notes. So I do like having something that's small and discreet, but also extremely flexible. I've gone from writing down my information to hand off to a potential client to sketching out different ideas for my next project really quickly in the same notebook. But really, the Pocket Sketchbook has become an invaluable tool for me, kind of like a Swiss Army knife. I can go from my daily practice to checking my professional endeavors and handing out notes to different people. And it's really just an awesome thing to always have with you. So I hope you found the video to be interesting and informative. If you have an interesting use case for a Pocket Sketchbook, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'm super curious to hear how other people use theirs. And as always, thank you so much for watching.